1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, "Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up." More on that in a minute.
Hey there, it's your boy, Mr. Bees, coming at you live from the Hive. Get ready for a show so sweet, you won't believe your ears. It's time to go wild with Mr. Bees. But first, it's time for everyone's favorite part of this honey of the show.
You know what time it is. It's time for today's Knock Knock Joke,
where I buzz a random number on the phone and tell them a knock knock joke of the day.
Hello?
Hey, what's buzzing?
It's Mr. Bees, and you're the lucky listener I've called to hear today's knock knock joke. Want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay, say knock knock.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Oh, I get it. That's kind of funny. Hey, I told you it was funny, but I'm not falling for that again.
Buddy, I think someone is actually knocking at your door this time.
Oh. Coming!
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's me.
Me who?
Oh my. Me, May.
Oh! Hey!
Hey. Oh.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bees. I have to go. My friend May just got here.
Wait. The Mr. Bees? He's my favorite. Do you remember the time he filled a swimming pool with honey? And the time he built a giant maze out of honeycomb? Oh my gosh, if you found your way around all the pollen traps, you won an unbelievable prize.
Some of my finest work, if I do say so myself. Sounds like May's a fan.
And this is perfect timing because I've got a game that takes two.
You want to play? If you know the answer to this question, you might be very happy.
What do you think, May? I hear Mr. B's games can be pretty tricky.
Let's do it!
All right, that's what I like to hear.
It works like this. You've got 30 seconds to answer one riddle. And let me tell you, those seconds are gonna fly by. When the clock buzzes, your time is up. Any questions?
30 seconds and only one riddle? My only question is what victory will feel like.
I like that confidence. 30 seconds on the clock. And here's your question. How is friendship like an elevator? Go!
Friendship is like an elevator?
Oh, this is tricky.
Oh, is it because real friends can really push each other's buttons?
Sorry, no.
Friendship opens many doors.
Oh, good instincts, but no.
Things can escalate quickly?
You're incorrect. Just a few seconds left.
Oh, they both have lots of ups and downs?
Sweet! You got it! And you revealed today's big idea. Friendship has ups and downs. Cue my serious music, please. We all want our days to be as sweet as nectar, but life isn't always full of honeycomb and flowers. A good friend is there when you're flying high and when you're down in the dumps. You know those drones who have your back through thick and thin and stick with you no matter what? So take a moment today and show your friend some love. Share a laugh or just check in. A little kindness might be the right nectar to get someone through the day. This has been a reminder from Mr. Bees that friendship is so sweet.
So go on, be the friend you want to have. And don't forget,
we're all in this hive together.
Wow, that was profound.
Classic Mr. Beast. He never bumbles.
Well, thanks. Now, for a 10,000 point bonus question.
can you tell me a story from the Bible
about our big idea?
Well, there are lots of stories of friendship in the Bible. Jesus and his disciples, Ruth and Naomi, David and Jonathan. But when I think about friendship, having highs and lows, good times and rough times, times when you want to spend all your time together and times when you can't stand each other, I think of two guys named Paul and Barnabas.
Oh! Let's watch their story.
God's story, Paul and Barnabas. So part of God's story is about two friends named Paul and Barnabas. and it goes like this. Paul and Barnabas were friends. They were also apostles, which means they went to lots of new places and told people that Jesus was God's son, who came to earth, died, and rose again. When these two friends met, Paul had only just started following Jesus. Before that, he persecuted and even killed people who loved Jesus. So when they went to a town called Jerusalem, the apostles there were all afraid of Paul. They thought he still wanted to hurt them. But Barnabas knew that Paul had changed. He stood up for him. He told the apostles about how Paul had met Jesus, how he was changed by God's power, and how he spoke boldly about Jesus everywhere he went. Then, God told the church that he had important work for Paul and Barnabas to do. They would share the good news of Jesus with lots of people. So the church leaders prayed for them and sent them off. On their first trip together, they sailed to a city called Antioch and brought Barnabas' cousin, John Mark, with them. When they got there, they went to the synagogue. That's where Jewish people worshiped and learned about God. Barnabas and Paul told people the good news, how Jesus was the rescuer that God had promised them. Later, God gave Paul and Barnabas the power to perform amazing miracles, and even more people believed in Jesus. They kept traveling to city after city, telling people about Jesus and making new disciples. Sometimes it went really well, and lots of people believed. And sometimes it didn't go well, and people hurt them, or even tried to kill them. This was probably really scary for Paul and Barnabas, but they kept trusting God, no matter what. A while later, Paul said to Barnabas, "Let's go back to all the towns where we preach the word of the Lord. Let's visit the believers and see how they are doing." Barnabas was excited about Paul's idea, and he also wanted to bring John Mark. The thing is, John Mark had let them down when they needed help. So Paul didn't think it was a good idea for him to come. Barnabas and Paul disagreed so strongly that they decided to go their separate ways. Paul went with his friend Silas, and Barnabas went with John Mark. Even though Paul and Barnabas didn't always agree on everything, they both wanted to share the good news of Jesus everywhere they went, and they wanted God's kingdom to keep growing and growing. Throughout their friendship, they helped and encouraged each other, no matter what difficult things they faced. And even though they weren't traveling together anymore, they still had something in common that would never go away: their faith and trust in Jesus. And that's a little bit about the story of Paul and Barnabas. So in case you missed it, here's the quick version. Paul and Barnabas were friends. They were also apostles. They traveled together. They told people the good news. Many people believed in Jesus. Some people didn't. Paul and Barnabas encouraged each other, but they also disagreed. When we disagree, we can still treat our friends like Jesus would. And that's a part of God's story.
I had forgotten complete B about that story. What a great reminder. Now you've won 10,000 more points. Now to add a little extra honey on top,
In 30 seconds, tell me something you've learned from that story.
and be specific.
Friendship is complex because people are complex. Sometimes it's easy to be friends and sometimes it's a real challenge, but friends can face the easy days and the tough days together.
And when friends both love and follow Jesus, like Paul and Barnabas did, it doesn't mean everything will be easy, but it does mean that both friends can try to be the kind of friend that Jesus was, which is kind and compassionate and forgiving.
So, even though friendship has ups and downs, friends can get through it together no matter what difficult things they face.
You know what? You two, complete B.
I've just learned so much from the two of you about friendship.
I'm out of trivia questions, but it wouldn't be an episode of Mr. Bees without an epic stunt. So, are you ready for it? The ultimate staircase gauntlet?
Yes!
Hive guys and gals, get those antennas up. Chris and May have got one buzz-tastic challenge ahead of them. They'll both have to climb the tallest staircase in the city. Yep, you've heard that right. The highest, the longest, the scariest of all staircases. It's gonna be one sweet climb, and they'll have to encourage each other to make it to the top. Do Chris and May believe in themselves? We'll find out after the break.
No need to wait. We'll do it.
We will?
I believe in you.
Well, that settles it. Looks like the challenge has officially been accepted. Chris and May are all in, and there's no turning back now. Stick around after the break to see how it goes.
And we're back. Chris and May are ready for the ultimate staircase gauntlet. Or at least they think they are. Will they make it to the top of this behemoth? Chris and May, we're cheering you on.
1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, therefore, encourage one another and build each other up. So let's start by encouraging one another.
Okay, let me try. Chris, you do hard things all the time, like when you had to train to run that really long race, or the time you read through the whole Bible. You push through, no matter how tough things get. I'm excited to do this together.
Gee, thanks, May. And you always keep things fun and encourage me like you just did.
Aw, shucks. Hey, why don't we share the things we learned with Mr. Bees while we climb?
Good idea. It'll keep our minds off of all these stairs. Friendship has ups and downs.
And right now, for us, only ups.
The ups are the good times. It's fun, it's happy, you're laughing, it's easy.
And the downs are when it's tough, when one or both of you is going through something really difficult, or maybe one friend hurts another friend's feelings. But the downs are also totally normal.
Yeah, sometimes we don't agree and have different opinions. In fact, that's actually a good thing. Friends have differences, and that actually makes friendship better.
And the differences don't mean you have to stop being friends.
You wanna go first this time, May?
Oh, yeah, sure. Friendship isn't easy. It takes work to be a good friend.
That work looks like encouraging each other and being kind.
Cheering one another on. Listening and apologizing when you get something wrong.
Being a good friend isn't easy.
But it's worth it.
Jesus was the best example of a friend ever.
And we can do our best to be like him.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh boy. Come on, Chris, you can do it.
We made it.
Where am I? Huh?
I think this is some kind of tower.
Okay.
I'll get a medic.
Chris and May, you made it to the top. You heard it here first, ladies and drones. Two everyday legends, just regular people like you and me, completed the ultimate staircase gauntlet. How did you accomplish such a feat? Was it by sheer muscle? Was it your insatiable appetite for adventure? Well, what was your secret?
We
Encouraged
each
other.
Yes, you encouraged each other to heart-pounding heights. You rewrote the definition of going big, but not as big as today's big idea. Remember, friendship has ups and downs. So you've conquered the ups by reaching the top of the staircase.
Aha.
And now you have a choice of how to return to the ground. Will you take the 40-flight fireman's pole down or buzz back to the ground floor in the good old-fashioned elevator?
You know, I think I've had enough adventure for today. It's the elevator for me.
Right behind you, May. See you later, Mr. Bees.
See you, Mr. Beast.
Bye-bye, and until next time, keep buzzing and be sweet.
Whoa.